say to somebody, this is really great, you should try it. So they were looking for a voice, they were looking for the advertising stream, and so they took this to network marketing. And when you tell that to people, that makes sense to people. It's my belief that if things make sense, then people will continue with that. So if it makes sense to you to say to people, this is why we've gone to network marketing, because this fabulous chocolate needed a voice, that makes sense. That makes people feel comfortable. I can do that. If I like it, and if I'm going to eat it, I can refer people. So I said to someone, well, we always lead with the business. And they said, well, I tried that. And I said, well, how did you try it? And they said, well, I talked about the compensation plan first. No. That's not leading with the business. Leading with the business means that the verbiage you use is business oriented. So leading with the business would mean things like, instead of saying, this product is so wonderful, even diabetics can eat it, you would say, everybody can be your customer. Diabetics can use our product. Diabetics can be your distributors. People with high blood pressure can use our products. People that are pregnant, people that are breastfeeding. How many disclaimers are out there on every vitamin you see? Not for people under 12, people who are pregnant, people who are thinking about becoming pregnant, people who are breastfeeding, people who are thinking about breastfeeding. There are so many disclaimers on all of those products. Every single person can be your customer. You see the difference in that? So they're already thinking about who's going to be their customer. One of the things that I do is I use this rank advancement sheet. And JJ has been so great because he set up the bank. You can buy these at the back now. And they set up on the back of these your goals. And I just wanted to mention how I use this. Because what I do is when I sign up a distributor, I actually, we didn't have this written on the back. So I've always just made notes on the front. And I always give this to a new distributor when I sign them up. And we usually have a lot that we sign up at the chocolate tasting. And I would use the ranked advancement sheet, and I ask them to determine how much income they want to make, to let me know that. And what they've done, which is, I think, Jeremy's idea, they've based on the ranks according to the affinity bonus. Now, as you know, you make a lot more income than your affinity bonus. That's only one form of income. So what I would say to people is, when they look at this, that this is one stream of the income. There are other streams, but just using this one stream, this is the rank you would have to become in order to achieve this. And so when they tell me that they want to earn $2,000 a month, and I say they want to be a silver, then I write right across the top silver, and then we do a silver plan. And I set that strategy up 48 hours after the chocolate tasting. And when I do a chocolate tasting, I book the person's chocolate, their next chocolate tasting, at the chocolate tasting. So when somebody signs up, they get this rank advancement sheet. We have a date that we're going to get together and talk about their advancement. And then when they come back to meet me in 48 hours or to meet the distributor in 48 hours, they have their goals written out. And this is excellent sheet because this is so much better than what I've done. I just write like little notes all over it. But you know, why they're starting their business and the different goals they would have. And so when they come back and we sit down, we also, at that chocolate tasting, we book their first chocolate tasting. We call it a business launch. And I say, okay, let's have the date when you're going to launch your business. Traditionally, people will say to me, almost every time, I can have mine in about 3 weeks. And I always say the same thing. 3 weeks is wonderful. How about next week? Which would be better for you, at the beginning of the week or at the end of the week? And the reason I do that is because I don't want somebody waiting 3 weeks to get their business started, but they're new and they're afraid. And they think that they have to have all of this stuff other than their enthusiasm. And I want them to know all they really need is their enthusiasm to start the business. So I use that, and it's probably somewhere else on the slides because, thank you to Eric, because he did the slides. So now we're at the beginning. Invite guests. I tell people when you invite guests, all you do is be excited. You don't give them a piece of chocolate. You just say, I'm just starting a new business. It's healthy chocolate. I really want you to come and hear about my business and try the chocolate. Never give a couple-minute presentation People will make their decision on your couple-minute presentation rather than coming and seeing the entire thing. It's very easy. What your job is as a new distributor, or what your job is if you're like me and you've been in the business 6 months and you've made a decision you want to change things rapidly, try this. It has worked for so many of my team. Try it. What have you got to lose by trying it? Just make the decision and then have the people. Okay, so you've got this launch, you're inviting. All you have to do is be a good inviter. You see yourself as being an inviter. You invite people to chocolate tastings. You invite them to listen to a call. My first experience was, as Judy said, I listened to Jeremy's 5-minute sizzle call. You invite them to listen to a CD. You invite them to do something. Just invite. Don't give them any presentation. Invite them to hear the presentation. And so what you want to teach your new distributor to do, they're already excited. So they've signed up is to have people come out to a business launch. And sometimes in the beginning, the business launch will be small. You know, you might have 8 or 10 people. When I did my first few, they were at my own home, and there was more guests than distributors. And what I tried to do is get other distributors to come and bring their guests. And soon they grew so large that we had to have them outside of my home, and we had to have some in hotel meetings. It's what we do every other Tuesday is we do a chocolate tasting at a hotel. It's the exact same format. We all do the same thing. So if I phone in at a hotel presentation, I can say to them, where are you? And they'll say, we just finished talking about the Omega Bar. I know exactly where they are to fit in. We're all doing the same thing. It's very duplicatable. And everybody who comes thinks the same thing. If she can do that,